Hi guys, welcome back to Mindful Text. If you're new here, you're most welcome, and if you're my returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. Today we are having another episode of IShowSpeed, but today it's about the young white man who calls himself Tiki Been 1. He has been following IShowSpeed all the way, right from the US to other places that IShowSpeed has been going to, then again in Africa. This guy just shows up. You'll see that even IShowSpeed gets surprised by his appearance. He does all it takes just to follow IShowSpeed. So Americans and people all over are not happy with what he's doing. So this boy is an American. People are asking what his motive is. People are warning him to stay away from IShowSpeed. So we are going to watch some of the clips where he's showing up in different places wherever IShowSpeed goes to, and then also watch people's reactions. Then we shall also react in the comments. So without wasting much time, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. I'll catch up with you after these clips are played.
White Speed, if you watching this shit, leave Speed alone, bro. The last video I did about you did 500,000. I don't even care if this shit do anything. You got the clout off Speed already, bro. Now it's time to do your own thing. Because now, you're looking like the dude that's trying to come up off of Speed, bro. It's like no longer like, oh, he just streams. It's coming off as weird, bro.
White Speed, bro, leave that man alone, dude. Leave that man alone.
So it looks like White Speed is at it again. He has followed Speed to Kenya.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the streamer Speed and the White Speed version, but I'm just gonna say me taking a trip out the country to Africa and somebody following me and trying to find every location that I'm at is very, very creepy. Like, I don't know if this dude, the White Speed, noticed how weird it is.
Gents, the real MVP of this whole entire tour is gotta be White Speed, bro. Like, bro, this guy's determination is insane.
White Speed wants us to feel bad for him that IShowSpeed nor his production want anything to do with him.
A lot of people call me crazy when I successfully followed IShowSpeed across America. And I thought to myself, what could be a little crazier? Well, here I am in Africa, risking every single dollar that I have left to my name, following Speed across Africa and bringing you guys my own journey across Africa. Follow along because I'm risking every single thing I have, my reputation, all of my money, and my career in content creation to try to make this happen. It's my final straw, and I think I can do it. But you never know. We're gonna see. I'm laying it all out on the line right now. This is the big month. Let's go, baby. 28 days. Come on. Yeah, bro. Is it hard to travel through Africa? I'm not gonna lie, doing it solo is like, I think people do respect me for that, but like, bro, traveling through Africa alone like I'm doing right now, bro, it's terrible. I would never do that. Bro, what I've been going through, like mentally, is like low-key been the hardest experience of my life. Getting hella hate, like, which like, bro, I don't really let the hate get to me too much, but it's also just like a lot, like. So we are getting pulled over? Yeah. Bro, chat, this is not even a joke, bro. We're actually getting pulled over by the police. We're about to go to jail. How am I supposed to go down? Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
So it looks like White Speed is at it again. He has followed Speed to Kenya and literally recreated the same video that IShowSpeed made with IShowSpeed's crowd. So this is the video of IShowSpeed with the Kenyan crowd. And once IShowSpeed was gone, White Speed came and took the crowd.
Bro, Kenya loves me. Kenya loves me!
So people are saying like, man, this has got to stop. They're saying he's basically clip farming Speed, that he's following him around. And this is actually a clear example of that. It shows a picture of what IShowSpeed is dealing with being a huge streamer like that. You will have this happened to you. It shows a picture of why the his security was and is always aware when White Speed shows up, because it's kind of messing with them and what they got going on.
All right, guys, unfortunately, something's happened and I lost my cameraman out in Africa. Still getting through the journey. It's gonna be tough. I'm completely alone now, which means I need Africa's help. If there's anyone out there, whether it's any city or country, that is willing to help me out, whether it's a place to stay, need a cameraman, drive me around, anything, it would mean the world. So DM me. I need your guys' support. Money's pretty tight, so anything you guys can do to help. I'm excited to meet all you guys. It's gonna be an amazing rest of the trip. Just got a lot more uncertain. We're gonna keep fighting. As always, I appreciate you guys. Let's go!
White Speed, if you watching this shit, leave Speed alone, bro. The last video I did about you did 500,000. I don't even care if this shit do anything. You got the clout Speed already, bro. Now it's time to do your own thing. Because now you're looking like the dude that's trying to come up off of Speed, bro. It's like no longer like, oh, he just streams. It's coming off as weird, bro. I think you got what it takes to build your own fan base. You don't need Speed, bro. You use them for an anchor. Now you got a name. Now do your own streams, bro. Following Speed is not gonna get you nowhere, bro. At first I thought you was a part of production, and I think you were a part of production. But now since I guess the fan, the TikTok is looking at you as a person that's just trying to come up off of, you should have seen that shit coming. It's time to do your own thing, bro. You have your name now. You don't want to be the dude that's trying to follow somebody else around. Before people bring your name, or they gotta bring up somebody else's name. Make your own name, gang. It's 2026, bro. You can do it, bro. Leave that boy Speed alone, bro. If he was gonna bring you on the team, he would have been did it. Let it go, gang. Let it go.
Gents, the real MVP of this whole entire tour is gotta be White Speed, bro. Like, bro, this guy's determination is insane. The way he stream snipes is, I'm starting to believe like this thing has been planned. Like he's somehow always in the right places at the right time. Like, bro, you literally can't make this shit up. Like, bro, this is his manager warning him. Look at him at the corner there, bro. Like he's Batman, bro. Even in Botswana, like, bro, how does he know where Zola is? Like, bro, this man's connections are insane. And this is not his first time doing this too. He's been doing this in his other tours, his America tour, his Europe tour. But like, at this point, you just have to commend the effort and give him his props, bro.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the streamer Speed and the White Speed version, but I'm just gonna say, me taking a trip out the country to Africa and somebody following me and trying to find every location that I'm at is very, very creepy. Like, I don't know if this dude, the White Speed, noticed how weird it is, and I don't know how many people actually like him and stuff like that, but I feel like that's very weird. Like, if I go somewhere to do good for a community, why the fuck are you following me? And then your intentions is not the same. I just feel like that's so weird. Like, why? And then he talking about, I gave up everything I have. I'm graduated for college and this is my last resort, pretty much. Like, so your decision is to graduate college and then follow another streamer who's successful around the country. Like, where's your plans and what's your, like, what? It just doesn't make any sense. It just gives desperate, like, I'm going to use you for my clout. Like, why everybody got to use each other for clout, bro? Why you can't just get it up on your own? Mind you, the videos I've been seeing of Speed, he over here giving out money. Like, he's over here having conversations with the locals, all of that. Like, I'm just not understanding. And then this white boy just follow him from the States to Africa. Anyways, I don't know what y'all thoughts about it, but it's just weird to me. It doesn't make any sense.
So get your facts straight, brother. Get your facts straight. I don't want to be known as White Speed. There's only one Speed. It's Speed. I respect him too much. I'm Tiki, and I'm myself, just like everyone else. Everyone else here is themselves. I'm not trying to be anyone else. I don't want to be Speed. I respect Speed.
White Speed, bro, leave that man alone, dude. Leave that man alone. You mean to tell me you went all the way to the motherland to see Speed? The motherland? Leave Speed alone. Let him do this tour by himself. You had all of America to do this. You went on the America tour because you American. Why are you in Africa doing this? When I first started seeing White Speed, I was like, this is a cool concept, you know what I'm saying? He's doing an American tour, USA tour. We got this guy just following him around doing all these cool different stunts. I'm like, this cool. Then I seen this dude travel across the continents to go see this man. After a while, it's not cool anymore. I ain't gonna lie, it's starting to get a little creepy. I literally watched this dude swim to go see Speed. Like, I'm talking about he's genuinely swimming in a big body of water looking like Beijing. Oh wait, Michael Phelps, this was crazy. I'm not gonna sit here and say it wasn't cool at first, but my boy, enough is enough. Leave that man alone. By the time the USA tour finished, you should have already just started doing your own stuff. You shouldn't have kept it going after that.
Yo! The White Speed situation was a lot worse than we thought. So if you haven't been paying attention, there's a man that came out, his name is Meet Maba, saying that he has been helping White Speed with his streams across Africa trying to stream snipe IShowSpeed. Now, the reason why they initially worked together is because he wanted to mutually grow with White Speed and grow his agency. He was handling everything for White Speed, the logistics, he was his cameraman, he was doing editing, staying up all night. One, he just wanted his expenses to be covered during this trip, like food and drinks. And two, he wanted his marketing agency's logo in the corner of his streams. White Speed never ended up paying for any of his expenses, and he denied him from putting his agency's logo on there. We were having conversations throughout this time about payment, and they tried to come to this agreement about, splitting subs, but Maba realized, damn, White Speed just wants to use me and he doesn't want to grow together, so I'm gone. He also went on to say that he was finessing a lot of the African people during his trip, saying that a lot of the accommodations that people were doing for him, White Speed would never discuss the pricing, and he would put them in an awkward situation where they would have to take the L. He leaked a key piece of information which I was right about. Somebody on Speed's team has been giving White Speed their location without Speed knowing. He just threw this guy to the side, and by the way, he also has a clipping server where he's paying clippers, depending on how many views that they get, up to $630 if you push a narrative to try to reunite him and Speed, and you can't say that he's pushing it or doing too much. He's trying to clean up his PR. White man running up in Africa and finessing all the Africans. Yeah, he's not beating the colonization allegations, bro. Other than that, though, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious.
White Speed wants us to feel bad for him that IShowSpeed nor his production want anything to do with him.
To come across the world to try to create a cool story, they're like, off. It's like, really, bro? Security guard he looks at me and says, don't touch me. It's like,
the internet's saying that he's trying to colonize Speed Does Africa tour. Now think about this. IShowSpeed is doing a Speed Does Africa tour, which is breaking down the negative stereotypes that Americans and possibly the world have about Africa. And it's for his culture. And then we got a guy named White Speed, who is white from the United States, stream sniped him here in the United States during his Speed Does America tour, goes over to Africa to IShowSpeed's Speed Does Africa tour, which yet again is about his culture and is also breaking down negative stereotypes, to stream snipe IShowSpeed in Africa. So yeah, when the internet says, hey, it's like colonizing the Speed Does Africa tour, kinda is. Personally, I think this is highly disrespectful to Speed, to Africa, to the production, AIM, Slips, the security, and I think you should just leave them alone. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, thank you so much if you are able to make it this far. And right there, you can see that from his clips, he's not happy. He's facing it rough. He's explaining the hate that he's receiving, but why does he keep on following up IShowSpeed wherever he goes? Maybe he's trying to tap into the energy of IShowSpeed just to have more following also and to become more famous. But this is not the right way to do things. If someone doesn't want you, or if someone has not invited you to his tour or to his live stream, you do not need to follow him up. Remember, they are in the same kind of content. So it looks awkward. It looks insane if I'm a content creator and moreover a streamer. Then you keep on following me wherever I go to stream. That is insane. We want competition, but that is not healthy competition. especially in such cases of live streaming. I hope he learns. And another thing, I don't think this guy was ready or was prepared for this trip. He said he was going to spend all his savings just on this journey. You can see the struggles that he's talking about. He has reached the extent of asking for help from Africans. Yeah, but of course, one thing about Africans, they are welcoming people. They welcome everyone. They don't discriminate unless you're a threat to them. But when you come in peace, you are welcomed. So these people are helping him out, but still, just his status alone wouldn't require him to be begging around, begging Africans for accommodation due to his own personal behavior. Also, the cameraman who had sacrificed to help him has given up on him, has left him because he wasn't benefiting anything. He wasn't helping him out the way he thought he would. And of course, more things are coming out because the question was like, how come he knows wherever IShowSpeed is going? Even before he goes there, he already knows that he's going there because of the way he's traveling also. The timeline between IShowSpeed and him is not so much big. Like, for example, in Kenya, by the time IShowSpeed was finishing his live stream in Nairobi, he had also reached, like, that's why they shot that video, him with IShowSpeed's crowd that was at CBD. So how come that he's always on time wherever IShowSpeed goes? But yeah, if what is being said is true, that there is an insider from IShowSpeed's team, then yeah, maybe they are leaking to him the information. And then, of course, there were rumors also that IShowSpeed's manager they are dating, like, with this boy Tiki. Maybe, but she unfollowed him. So we don't know whether she had already finished or whether she was done leaking the information, or there is another person who is leaking information to Tiki Been, of course, who calls himself also White Speed. So it's so funny. Everything appears funny. You can see that without IShowSpeed's crowd, he's alone, like with very few people. Of course, some guys who try to help him, just a few. He's trying also to do whatever IShowSpeed does. But of course, there are some insane people in this world. We don't know what exactly he's up to. We don't know if he has a funding or backing behind him just to maybe try to put IShowSpeed down. I don't know. Or smear something bad about IShowSpeed. We don't know, because if IShowSpeed in this case reacts in a bad way towards him, of course there will be some mixed reactions also on his side. So he isn't having it smooth there. You saw that when he arrived in South Africa, he was even intercepted by police. I don't know why, but yeah. Like, he's having a rough time as compared to IShowSpeed. That's why I said I don't think his journey was planned. Americans are saying no, what he's doing is not good. But of course, black people unite as one and support their own. So drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about White Speed's actions? Thank you so much for watching, and let's catch up in the next video.